I have always been in book publishing or in publishing in one guise or another. I started off working for Penguin Books in South Africa. That was my first job. And kept working in publishing for a long time in all sorts of areas. I was in legal publishing for a while. I can tell you all about divorces. And then I was very lucky and came to London and worked for Puffin Books and really got sucked into publishing for young children right up to teenagers. And I started writing books on the train on my way to work and back every day. And my first book was totally unsuitable and is in a dusty drawer somewhere. And then one of my friends works for Egmont Publishers, and she mentioned that they were always interested in books for young girls. And just the thought of writing a book for young girls, it just got me thinking about what I was like as a young girl, which was not very cool, very nerdy. And that just started me off with this whole range of fantastic characters. Lula Bird is 15 years old and she's freaking out because in 5 days' time it's her birthday and you can't turn 16 if you've never been kissed. So she's trying to find a way that she's going to find a boy that she can kiss. And the opening scene is in her bedroom and all her friends around. And for the next 5 days, it's Easter half term and the town is a ghost town. All the students leave, all the school kids leave, and there's nobody left. So her friends decide they're going to draw up a list of suitable candidates, and they do this. And so she's got 6 days, or 5 days, I can't remember, and 5 or 6 boys that she can seduce in some terrible way. And she ends up not being terribly focused about it because all sorts of other things happen. Her father is suddenly leaving the house with a woman's handbag, and she is concerned about her mum who might lose her job over something that's gone terribly wrong at work. So there's these other little mysteries creeping in, and she's got to try and sort it all out, and all the time she's got the deadline of her birthday coming along. In terms of people who will read the book and enjoy the book, I think definitely young girls. Not sure about boys, although there's a bit of nakedness that might appeal to boys. Girls will relate to the book and the characters in it because there's such a wide range of characters, and for me the characters are the things or the people that I love most about the book. Lula is fantastic. She is kind of what every girl would want to be, but at the same time she's got issues at home, she's got issues with how she relates to boys, and she worries about what people think about her, and I think we can all relate to that. But she trumps that because she's a courageous girl socially. You know, she's not afraid to get out there and say, hey, you know, you say this about me, but actually no, that's not right. And she's lucky in the friends that she has. And we're lucky in readers of the book because they're just hilarious and they're constantly, you know, pulling bits of her personality out and pushing the right buttons. My name's Samantha Mackintosh, and this is an extract from my new book, Kisses for Lula, which is publishing next year in June 2010. And what's happened is Lula has decided she's going to do a makeover for her friend Arnold. And Arnold has just been made over. She's just redone his wardrobe by hacking up his t-shirts and making them really small and tight-fitting and stuff. So now he's trying on his stuff, and he's in the bedroom with her and her sister. Arnold stepped behind his cupboard door, blushing furiously. He got into the black tea faster than Kate Moss between catwalks, but not before I got a good look at the structure we had to work with. I was amazed. This boy's bod was beautiful. I tried to say something, anything. He was looking at me, looking at him, and it was all getting uncomfortable, even though he had the t-shirt on now. Well, especially now that he had the t-shirt on. It showed off that fine physique like nothing he'd ever worn. What's with the baggy gear the whole time? I stammered in confusion, and then I blushed. Silence. It's hard to describe, but there was like a moment. Then I noticed Elsa, looking at Arnold, looking at me, looking at him. Brilliant, Arns, said Elsa, even with the old man tracky bottoms. I stood up. Give them to me, I commanded. Arnold clutched them frantically, as if I was going to rip them from his body. I mean, please. And he said, no, you step away. It's a pity that as I swooped to rip them from his body, tumbling both of us in a heap, bare hairy legs, his, waving desperately around. Sergeant Hilda Trenchard chose that moment to come home. The front door slammed and Elsa and Anza's mum yelled, "Hi guys, any supper left for me?" up the stairs. I jerked away in shock, pulling the bottoms off Arnold's feet and hitting my head on the desk with a thwack. "Ah!" I bleated. Sergeant T was at the bedroom door in a nanosecond, staring first at her daughter in a nest of tumbled duvet and unbundled pillows, then at her son, naked from the waist down. How was I to know that Arnold Trenchard doesn't wear unders? And then, for the longest time, at the fallen girl with her son's trousers held tightly to her wanton breast. "What?" said Sergeant T in a dangerously quiet voice. "What is going on here?"